Hello friends, welcome back to my sessions that is Mastering TestNG for Automation, and today we will be going to check the topic that is grouping the tests. So in today's session I will show you how to group multiple test cases in TestNG, okay, like at the rate test groups featured step by step with a real working example. So in TestNG we can group multiple test cases together using the groups attribute inside the at the rate test annotation. So this helps us run only selected set of tests like smoke, regression or sanity without executing the entire suite. So I already created one class here that is grouping demo. So let's start adding our methods. So very first method I will be going to add here, that is basically login test. So public void login test, and we just give here print the statement system.out.println and just give here executing smoke test, okay, with login functionality. Okay, so I'm just mentioning here at the rate test annotation. So import org.testng.annotations, fine, and just we can give here groups equals smoke, fine. Now here as I have assigned this test to the smoke group, that means whenever I execute only smoke test, this test will run. So now next test I will take is of payment test. So let's suppose if I give here public void and payment test, fine. So in a payment test, if I just print statement here system.out.println and just give here executing regression test, that is payment functionality, fine, and just give here at the rate test and groups equal, just giving here regression. So this test basically is tagged under the regression group. So I ever want to run all regression tests, this method will be included automatically. So next we have an interesting one now where I will be including both the groups. So for example, I am just giving here public void search test and I'm just printing here executing smoke plus regression test, with a search functionality, and we just give here at the rate test with groups equals smoke and regression. Smoke and regression. Fine. So Okay, I'm doing a small minor thing here. Just a minute. Sorry. Now fine. Okay. So now notice I have used curly braces to assign multiple groups. So this test basically belongs to both smoke and regression categories. Okay. So that means if I run smoke, it will run. If I run regression, it will also run. And finally, I'm just giving one more @test annotation here with public void profile test and just printing here system.out.println. So basically executing test with no group, that is profile functionality. Fine. So this one doesn't belongs to any group. It will only run when we execute the entire suite or run the class directly. Fine. Now simply I will go to my testng.xml file and I just give here test name equals smoke tests and just giving here groups and run, and you can just include name here, include name as smoke. Fine. Run groups and a class name we can give as, let us copy directly from here, grouping demo class. Just copy this here, class name grouping demo. Fine. So here I have created one test suite named group suite. Inside that I have created a test block called smoke tests. And within groups I am including only the smoke group, meaning only the test methods that belong to the smoke group will execute. And finally I have added the class name under classes. So TestNG knows which class to look at, that is grouping demo. Fine. Now we just run it. Just right click this, run as TestNG suite. Now when I run this XML file as a TestNG suite, only the test with the group name smoke will run. So we could see here executing smoke test login functionality and also executing smoke plus regression test search functionality. If you see, it haven't ran these two tests, that is one was of profile test and one was of payment test. So login test and search test got executed because both belong to that smoke group, and other tests, that is payment test and profile test, were skipped because they don't belong to the smoke group. So there is a one more tip here. You can also exclude any group by adding exclude name is equal to regression or something. You can just give here like exclude name here. Fine. So or you can include multiple groups like include name and all. If you just use exclude name equals smoke, now let's see, it should run all the tests that does not come under smoke group. Now see, payment functionality was under regression group and executing test with no group profile functionality. Fine. So in short, @test groups helps us organize all tests logically, so we can run specific tests like smoke, regression or sanity without running everything. So this is very useful when our test suite grows large. So I hope you liked this topic, you enjoyed this session, and do remember, the more you practice, the more perfection you will achieve. And thank you everyone. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos.